Well, the Illuminati conspiracy's been working out pretty good lately. I'm suddenly realizing that everything that I have that's proof is there to distract you. This is not porn, whatever your company's called, TikTok. This is my ex-girlfriend, probably. No, it is my ex-girlfriend. I mean, like, I know my ex-girlfriend. Like, I mean, we got together after my other ex-girlfriend and I broke up. So, like, I didn't realize that she was, like, probably actually technically a little person. Like, and then, like, I saw her, like, doing this urine. It's on Reddit, and I think, like, there's one video where they kind of, like, will let you know, like, I am actually a little person. I've talked about how I thought that David Crowder was, like, 6'6" or something like that, right? So apparently the guy's like 6 foot tall, but like if I know him like when he's full grown, like in a clone form, in the form of the clone, which is not the giant beard, giant fro look, I think he's not even 6 foot tall. But like this is super confusing because my ex girlfriend's little and David Crowder is 6'6". Oh, I wasn't big. Remember, I'm from Private Joker's family. What happens when you go and assassinate JFK?
Outstanding, Private Pile. I think we finally found something that you do well.
I've talked about this movie, Full Metal Jacket, which apparently was written by my dad, Rocky, who is Private Joker. Well, he was the Duke when he was in Vietnam, which is why I know it's him, like, now that I know. And he got assassinated, like, not very long ago. Duke got assassinated because they were kidnapping girls, probably from Vietnam, and I think that's what he did. And that's why I'm guessing they used the Duke to assassinate JFK. So I think it's super confusing when, like, you know little people and like I think that I dated her more than once, and like I think she's like the funnest person ever. Like she's just like when you're around her, it's like a blast. That's why it's like, man, she's kind of like one of the loves of my life. Like I mean, it's hard to explain. Like now I know she's a little person. I think I mean, or pretty close. I mean, she's that short, and like it doesn't change the fact that like she's definitely one of the loves of my life. Like I always talk about like how like I have a thing for short girls, and like you don't realize that like you have a thing for little people, and you're short because you think you're 6 foot tall. So the story of Private Joker is he comes back and like he has to go worry about like sex trafficking and he's probably the big scary guy because he was big, and then they switched him out at some point, and then they switched him back. Like, I mean, because that is so confusing to me. But this girl, like, potentially like was skipping ahead in school too, and like, but I'm skipping ahead in school like 10 years, and then like next thing you know, I'm taller than her pretty fast. But like she took pictures with my family. Like we took a big family picture, and she was part of it. And like I mean, but like I mean that wasn't why she was a part of it. Like it's because she went to go meet my family, and like, but like I don't know. Like it's hard to explain. Like no matter what, like her and I are pretty close. Like I mean maybe it's her, maybe it's not. It might be her. Like when I'm hanging out with her, like I will, or when I hang out with her and George St. Pierre, like I will never understand that. Like I don't know how tall he is. Like and like then I find out how tall he is much later. Like when I'm taller than him, like and that's the last time I saw him. But like when I saw him before, like he was always taller than me. But I know I'm tall. Like I know I'm 6 foot. Like or like I don't know. Like it feels like I've always just kind of known I'm 6 foot. And then one time I measured myself and I was like, well, I'm like 5'11" and a half. But then now maybe I'm 6 foot. Clearly, like I was like weighing in at 205, like after college, like while I was working out all the time, like lifting weights. Like I mean, I had a lot of muscle on me, and I do not have muscle on me right now, and like I am not heavy, and I'm weighing in at 225, and I don't see myself like ever going below 225 if I'm lifting weights, or ever going below 220. And it's because I don't realize I date little people, but it's also because like I mean, it's so many short people. Like you don't know how much it is that confusing. So Private Joker comes back from Vietnam. He writes Full Metal Jacket. He probably plays for the. Well, he did play for the Reds. I mean, I'm thinking he's Johnny Bench, and then like he ends up like hanging out with little people and confusing the shit out of me. Like, it's so crazy. Like, and it's like, I'm like so glad I love little people so much. You have no idea. Like, you don't even realize you're around little people. It's like, oh, I'm so grateful. I love them. Like, I mean, it's like some people are haters, but I guess little people find out who's an asshole and who's not. And like, I think that everyone like kind of knows I'm not an asshole. And like, she's so sweet. It's like, I mean, you kind of like have to love her. All right. Well, I'm sorry this isn't funny. Like, I think I'm just still not funny stoned.